I don't know what happened to me, but I decided, well, it's time to try out gaming on the large TV. So I bought the TCL C755, it's QLED mini LED 4K display. So basically I'm making kind of a really small kind of a living room, if you call it like that, where I can actually game on a large display. I took 50-inch because the distance where I'm actually at is perfect size for it, otherwise it would be too big. Alright, so basically, by the way, keep in mind this is called C805, 805 in Europe, but this is the same model, more or less. I mean, I haven't compared, but I was told it's the same. So basically, not every company had what I wanted, so this one has the 50-inch that I wanted, and also comes with many features that I did want, including again being mini LED. I think 500 plus local dimming zones is on 65-inch and above, so it should be less. 144 Hz and variable refresh rate. Again, this is for gaming, important. It has also IMAX, HDR10 plus, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, Game Master, AMD FreeSync, Premiere Pro, and basically some really good features that I wanted with very high brightness. Oh, the brightness is crazy. I don't know what people even need more, but maybe in very, very bright environment. Although my actually niche there is pretty dim, which is pretty cool, so I can actually get there without worrying about that. Again, lots of really cool features and everything I wanted, but there are going to be some issues. We are going to talk about this in a moment, but basically based on the features, it's absolutely fantastic. Keep in mind, don't judge anything from what you see here. It looks so much better when you see it in real life, but again, sometimes it's going to create things that don't actually exist, so ignore it. It also has Google TV, which I really wanted as well, and yeah, overall I'm happy with the features and the size. Perfect for what I wanted. Oh yeah, also Google Assistant with the ability to speak to the controller. Just saying hi Google is amazing. Save time and I don't need to tap anything. Very easy. So of course, to test the TV I needed to play games and to watch a movie and TV series just to find out if there are issues. There were two of them, which I'm going to share here in this video. It's very hard to show it, so I'm just to explain it to you. Here I'm just playing a video, Elden Ring, on my YouTube channel. So overall, again, when I'm playing HD content, it looks fantastic. Colors are amazing. HDR content looks amazing. I was blown away. Same goes to the dark colors. I mean, I was blown away. I was expecting like, well, kind of a dark gray, but it's amazing. Even the subtitles, I was looking for, trying to find some bloom, and I mean, almost non-existent. Crazy. The brightness is amazing, the contrast, the colors, and well, amazing. I couldn't ask for better, to be honest, because I'm really satisfied with what I have. It's always, of course, when you compare it to other things, you're going to notice it, but I read many other people who bought this display that I'm very, very satisfied with the HDR content, with the brightness, with the contrast, and with the colors. So yeah, stand aligned with what I actually thought. I mean, not thought, experienced. So the two issues that I encounter is when it comes to motion. And this I noticed when watching movies, especially those, not especially, those who actually, lower frame rate, the smoothing. There is an option to solve it, by the way, with certain settings, and I was told that some others, not just TCL, other Samsung, for example, have some displays have this issue, and it's just about putting the right settings to solve it. So there are also, I'm not getting into it, but one thing was reducing the clarity to below 6, like 5, and below actually, with others, some minor settings will actually solve this, and turning some of the settings off. Again, this is just for illustration purposes. I can really create the text, of course, as it is, but basically there are columns of light that you actually see, again, kind of when it's gray and dark. It's not very visible at all when I'm just playing. So very kind of dim light, columns of light go from the bottom to the top and kind of spread around. When it comes to text, the text itself, I didn't know how to create it, but the text itself kind of distorted. You see distortion, kind of jerkiness when it's their movement. When I watch Narcos, for example, on Netflix, it was very prominent, and I've read actually how to solve it in different settings, and it was solved. But again, it comes at the cost because I needed to reduce clarity, one of the settings to reduce clarity below 6. So again, if you get less smoother one. But again, for gaming, of course, not an issue. But when we're watching movies, for example, and you want something that is smoother, I personally prefer not. But you need to do this unless this will be addressed and solved with a more updated algorithm. So yeah, hopefully this will be solved, because this is just related to the algorithm being used for the TV. And so yeah, I tried to update the TV, but there wasn't any new update. So hopefully this will be solved. Not a big thing for me. I'm going to game a lot on this TV and watch movies. And from what I've seen and tried, it solved the issue for me, and it's fine. But again, it's kind of a settings patchy thing you need to do, which is something that I hope will be solved in a later patch. The other thing is that I haven't noticed this at all, but when I play a game with kind of grayish and dark grayish area, I've noticed kind of bright columns, vertical columns, thick ones that go from the bottom to the top, and they kind of repeat themselves throughout the width of the screen, which is something that I actually called a technician about that again, because again, if it is a problem that is not solvable, probably I need to replace the display and get something else. Now the thing is that I did test different colors to see if I can notice any kind of, if the screen is dirty. It's just solid color, plain solid color. I mean, I was amazed. So that's why I didn't understand where these light columns are actually coming from. Probably related to the backlighting, but why it's actually just there in specific colors, and why when in certain game it's more prominent than other. I don't know. I hopefully the technician will try to see if it is a problem and how to solve it. And the blacks are blacks. They can't get any black, because again, I'm turning the light, everything is black and just black. I don't see anything that is gray. It's very hard to see here, of course. And if it's something that looks a bit grayish, it's not like that when I see it with my own eyes. So you can really judge it from this poor recording. So when it comes to blooming, very minimal. I was very surprised in that as well. Again, you can really judge it from this particular video, but again, it's very minimal. When I saw the subtitles again, they look very clean. I try to really hard to set your bloom. I don't know, maybe sometimes when you look at something you can see it, but it would just look like there is no bloom. That's how it looks like. If there is very, very minimal bloom when it comes to subtitle text. So again, overall, this is something that is important to find out if the issues that I notice, if there is an issue, because overall the panel, when it comes to how solid it looks in different colors, just looks incredible. So while this thing with what seems like the backlighting actually happens, this is something that you need to solve. I actually replaced the HDMI cable, for example. I actually noticed it without actually using the PlayStation as well, but it's less prominent because TCL has certain colors, and the PlayStation 5 actually created, because in the game I can actually move and rotate and see, it doesn't rotate with the image, just there, and I replace the HDMI cable and try many different things, turn them off. Nothing actually, both on the PlayStation 5 and out, actually mitigated it. So this might be a problem that needs to be addressed. Again, that's why I call it technician. Keep in mind, the colors you see here are way off. Even reds are not reds because of the recording from my phone. But overall, I'm pleased with the color. It's just beautiful. HDR looks amazing. And by the way, 50-inch is perfect for 1.7 meters, which is around 5.5 feet. Just perfect size, just perfect. Also regarding the reflections, pretty minimal. Yeah, I don't have any light at the back, so of course it'd be better in that situation, but it seems like it's pretty good. Looks very, the reflection looks very dim. And by the way, I checked a test on YouTube, and this is where I actually noticed there's kind of a jittery thing when it comes to the text. In one part, you saw that when it moves, it's supposed to be smooth, but it was actually a bit jittery. Then I knew that there's a problem there. And when I watched movie, of course, it was more prominent. But again, there was an option based on certain settings to solve this. But again, you're going to give up on some clarity in order to do so. Smoothness, basically. Yeah, so overall, I'm very happy, but this issue with the column, this is something that definitely want a technician to look at it. If not, I'm going to replace the TV. Again, I just bought it, so there's an option for me if the problem persists to replace it. We'll see. I'll update, but so far, well, I can easily enjoy gaming on this one. I played different games. It was absolutely a terrific experience. I'll share more. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.